Well, hi guys and girls, Emma again. Welcome back to the new workshop. A colleague got in touch with me recently and said I'd like one of these, which is basically a sewing template to get the hole spacings right, and two pieces of leather when you sew them or stitch them together, and it just bolts on a wooden clamp. And I thought, well, we can make something nice there, and I've got some brass that's 3mm thick and about the right size, so we might just do that. Anyway, need the video for Toolfest 2021, which is 24th of November. And be sure and check out all the other videos and take a look at this and how we made them. Hope you enjoy, and more soon, guys and girls. So I've got two little bits of brass plate that are exactly the right size and nice and square. We need to put slots in here. I've marked these, one here and one here, here and here and here and here. I guess the thing to do, rather than just plunge them and slot them and hope nothing moves and hope the tool doesn't pull too much, is to drill a couple of holes in these first, and I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to set them up and find the right point here. Basically find the edge and move 22mm and put the slot in 8mm, and hopefully not make them too much oversized and have to do them all again to match. So that's always my thing with slotting holes, is that they're always end up going over them again. I've got 4 little German made bolts, one on each side. They're 5mm. They should be really good. I'm going to make some, we'll make some brass inserts to go in the timber and push them in, and then these will lock down on this and they'll be nice. Should be good. So first thing is to drill these, and I'm probably only going to drill them like 4mm, a bit undersized, and then we can probably plunge cut them nicely with a 4mm cutter, and then go over them with a 5mm cutter and make a decent job of them nicely to size. That's what we're hoping. So let's drill these and get them set up over in the middle, and we'll cut some slots. So these are drilled, both ends. All I've done is set this up flush here with the vise, and down nicely on the bottom of the bottom plate. So they should all position pretty much exactly the same every operation. I've set the DRO at 0. This way and this way on the centre of that hole. So we're 22mm from this end as per drawing, and 16.1 from this end, this edge here. So basically it's just a matter of plunging through and cutting them, flipping it and doing the other one, and repeating for the third, for the second piece. So pretty quick operation. Right through. to 8mm, back to 0 to clean up the other side nicely, just in case it's wandered. Line him out. one slot, we turn him over the other side, put the other one in. Clamp it up nice. Don't forget to clamp this down, otherwise it'll move this way, because those hold downs really aren't good enough for this vise when the work's 30-40 millimeters off the top of the vise. Down here low in the vise it's good, but up here it's going to pull out. There's a good clean up when they're done, I think. But that's our adjustment slots, and we've got basically 2 screws that go in there. They should look really nice in that. And next job is to put these slots in at 45 degrees. So we need to make up a block. Have a koala. Something to sit them down against, so we can put 2 screws in. So there's a stop for it, all set up. Need to put 2 holes in here for a couple of screws, and then set this up at 45 degrees and we can start putting some slots in. So a few trial setups later, and the sun's gone down and I'm back on, unfortunately, mercury vapor lighting. So I've got this set up. What I need to do is do 4.2 millimeters or 165 thou between cuts, as centre to centre. The outside slots are equal to or level with the outside of the plate. So if we set this up flush on the outside of the plate, so it's just touching, and then move it 165 thou, this is still sitting down here nice. We should be able to finish most of them in this without taking this jig out of this vise, so we can So we're just stepping over 165 thou at 4.2 millimeters at a time, and leaving a cut. We'll go right through. This should this saw is actually, this saw here is right out on the end of the arbor. The nut's up against the side of the saw, which has given us a bit of a wobble, and I don't like that much, but I think it's only 5 thou, something like that. It'll give us a bit wider cut. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. They'll still be on the same centres. So we're going to live with that. But would ideally be better off down the arbor a bit between 2 spaces, but we run out of room. And if we go back here, when we get back here, so that this vise touches the the plate, we're only just within about 10 thou or something get. There's clearance, but not much when we do the last cut, so we'll have a look at that when we get there. And there we go. So next bit's four little washers. They're 5mm by about 12mm. It's not crazy critical, I don't think. And they want to be a couple of millimetres thick, I guess. Something like that. Turn this up and set this dial here to 0. I know this parting tool is 2.5mm thick. So I'm going to go 2.5. And another 2. And 2.5. Another 2. And 2.5. And another 2. Wind this back out and reset that on 0. We can finish these with a bit of a shank job with a file. Sponge. Let's part them off. So we're going 2.5mm and 2mm. 4 little brass washers. They've still got a dag on the back. I'll just clean them up. So, last parts really are some thread inserts to go into the wood. So a bit of a parallel section in there, so we're getting started nice and square in the holes. I think it's probably a good idea. Put a chamfer on that little fire. These are all pretty straightforward little brass turning parts. Not much to them. There's four of each. There's not really very much point showing them all on camera, so I'll turn the camera off and finish this one. We'll turn them around on a bolt and face all the other ends so they're nice and square and all the same length. And we'll go over the bench and have a look at the bits. So this is what we got. These are German from D&D Barry in Melbourne. There's 4 knobs. Just M5, and we've got a couple of washers under them. Or a washer under each one. A little thread insert because I couldn't find M5 thread inserts. They're just M10 on the outside, so they'll screw into the timber. And we've got a 3D printed angle jig to hold and run a drill through, just to get our 2 places to tap and put these in the wood. So that's pretty straightforward. These are fairly nicely finished. I think they're all right. They'll be good. They look the part, they'll scratch up pretty easy anyway. The beauty of 3D printing a drill jig like this up is that you can get exactly on the right centres. It fits together nicely there, so that'll be exactly right, and the hole's right. And it's got a square on there, so I can just sit it on the side of the board and bzz, bzz. Probably going to tap them a bit to start them. Put a bolt and a lock nut into each brass piece and screw them in nice and tight. And then they should sit on there and slide up and down. We'll get a picture before we go. And Fab can take a video of him actually using it. So, job's done. Should be really nice and neat.